noticing a change in my thoughts and motivation. Yo, what's going on? It's someone that's no one, and welcome back to today's report. Today's report is coming from naites off Earwood, when this happened, 2012. The drug used was Pramiracetam at a dose of 300 milligrams, the route of administration, orally, gender, male, weight, 240 pounds, age, 21, and his prior experience, he's taken this before. Okay, so today, we're diving into the substance Pramiracetam, a nootropic that is part of the racetam family. Recently, we did a report on the Patreon covering this substance that you can check out. So, here we are today with a report on the channel to officially introduce it. To keep it simple, this substance acts as a mild stimulant and cognitive enhancer. This, along with a good handful of other racetams, are popular within the nootropic market. This user here uses it for work and for his studies. He's been using it on and off for a while at the time of this report, so we get to see the effectiveness of this substance and some potential difficulties one may find. We'll break this down and more about Pramiracetam after the report. I'm sure you'll enjoy this one, so without further ado, let's dive right into it. Introduction. I've tried Pramiracetam before using pill dosage. I found the effects to be very beneficial for study and test preparation/performance. The dosage I was utilizing were 300 milligram pills until I later found out about bulk powder, where I went from spending $3.89 a gram to $1.20 a gram for purchase. I've noticed most online sellers purchase bulk Pramiracetam in kilograms and then capsulize a portion or sell in packages ranging from 10 to 100 grams. Anyhow, that's how this stuff is distributed over the internet. I cannot find any in stores in my area. Also, I found that almost all encapsulated products in health food stores are cut. I purchase my products online because of these poor business practices, and since the shipping cost is minuscule to the amount of money I could be losing to microcrystalline silicone dioxide. Background. I'm using Pramiracetam as a nootropic to see if it will help with my study habits and efficiency/productiveness at work. I have not taken any other racetam besides Pramiracetam because it is the latest generation of racetam and has the longest half-life of the racetams, from what I have read. One of the most important things I know when taking Pramiracetam is to take plenty of choline before I take Pramiracetam because it will prevent/reduce headaches. I down an egg in a glass with some basil sprinkled on top. Not advised. If I take/ingest too much choline, I can get some really bad gas or diarrhea. Also, this drug is only useful if I have something important or necessary that needs to be done. Experience. This is done by time to give an idea how fast the effects are. I ate a waffle breakfast with syrup around 9 a.m. Took Pramiracetam starting at 12:15 p.m. Not going to lie, taking this stuff by mouth is nasty. It tastes like how cat piss smells. 12:18 p.m. The cat piss smell taste has gone away. There's an aftertaste which is comparable to letting some aspirin dissolve in my mouth. Not too pleasant. 12:21 p.m. Most of the aftertaste has gone away. I have been swallowing sporadically since I've taken it for most of the residue to transfer down my throat. 12:25 p.m. I'm noticing a slight change in blood flow to the left hemisphere of my brain. 12:28 p.m. I'm feeling some right hemisphere brain activity/blood flow changes. 12:34 p.m. So now I think it's fully in my bloodstream. I have greater blood flow to my brain, and I'm thinking clearly. I don't feel super different, but I do notice a change in my thoughts and motivation to work on things that are tasking to my brain, like studying or writing emails to my boss, etc. 12:51 p.m. Slight head throbbing in my left hemisphere. Maybe I need to down an egg because the eggs in my waffles this morning were degraded by heat. 1:08 p.m. Had one egg and some basil scrambled. No headaches or throbbing since 12:51 p.m. 1:25 p.m. Okay, the choline in the egg and basil really helps. I am really on top of things and emailing my boss a task sheet to be approved. 1:50 p.m. I've been on this for a little over an hour and a half. I think it's well in my system. I have increased blood flow throughout my body, and I'm doing some good work. 3:45 p.m. I still feel some after effects, but it has gradually declined. I think it's almost over, but it's smoothing out so much that I do not really feel the need to take anymore. Conclusion. I make gel caps of Pramiracetam so I can take 1 or 2 a day while at work or for exam preparations. I find that I do not need to take a whole lot, 300 to 600 milligrams per day, because I work so thoroughly while on it that I develop a healthy exhaustion that lets me sleep easily at night. I cycle this stuff by taking it only when I need it, e.g. during the work/school week, and letting my brain veg on a few of my off days. I do not have much long-term information. I have only taken about 10 grams over a 2 to 3 month period. Okay, so Pramiracetam. Now this is really new territory for us. I don't even think we've done an official nootropic, really. The closest thing we've done would be memantine, which, in that report, it was used as a dissociative rather than a nootropic. But if you don't know, nootropics are a class of substances that have to do with improving cognitive function and performance. And some of you may immediately think, oh, so something like Adderall or Ritalin then. Tons of students will often resort to taking that around study time. So those would be nootropics too, right? Not necessarily. While stimulants can improve performance temporarily, they don't qualify as nootropics because they aren't neuroprotective and can be neurotoxic. Nootropics, while they certainly can possess risk, they often promote better performance and function while protecting the brain. Now, nootropics aren't just stimulants that aren't harmful. Far from it. Each substance or subclass pretty much have their own unique characteristics, and stimulation may not even be one of them. For today, Pramiracetam and other racetams often are remarked as somewhat stimulating, specifically on the central nervous system. It is claimed that Pramiracetam helps improve memory and attention, and is even prescribed in certain areas of Europe for these reasons. Specifically, those who are of old age, possibly with dementia or something related, they can benefit from this substance. But it's also seen potential for usage beyond this, such as those with learning deficits, those who may go through some kind of brain injury, or it's even been shown to reduce the symptoms brought on by scopolamine, one of the main active alkaloids in datura. Alongside these cognitive benefits, there may also be potential for it to provide anxiety relief. There may be some potential recreational effects as well. There can be an impact on sensory perception, potentially enhancing visuals or sound, or there can be a degree of euphoria. As for the negatives that can come up, that can include a headache, nausea, trouble sleeping, potential withdrawal symptoms. It can cause apathy, and for some, it may not even work well, causing a loss of focus, feeling impairments to memory, or even feeling dissociated. This is a substance that can be very user-dependent, and specifically so, it can really depend on the amount of choline you have available, as being deficient in this could lead to the headaches. It is thought that Pramiracetam acts by helping improve the function of acetylcholine receptors, as well as enhance high-affinity choline uptake, which is specifically tied to memory. On top of this, it is thought to act on ion channels and/or ion carriers, which result in increased neuron excitability. Also, it has been reported that Pramiracetam causes more oxygen to be consumed by the brain and body, which Pramiracetam is derived from Piracetam, so we can expect something similar. While it can help improve functioning, that doesn't mean everyone is suited for optimal functioning, which can lead to headaches. To keep up with this activity, it is often recommended to take racetams with a choline supplement. Doing so will help make sure you don't end up deficient, and it will allow for the substance to work best. Alongside this, it is recommended to have a healthy diet with proper water intake, making sure your brain has all the neurological chemicals and energy it needs. Other than that, it really isn't considered addictive, but many may look to take something like this every day regardless, which could lead to some discomforting withdrawal effects, but nothing dangerous. There hasn't been an overdose that's resulted in death on any razotams from what I know. It has been found in mice with pramiracetam, but the dosage for this is far more than what anyone would be comfortable consuming. Pramiracetam is regarded as much more potent than pramiracetam though, so crazy large doses should be avoided, as too much would most likely be irritating anyways. But pramiracetam and other razotams could potentially work well as nootropics. Many do find there is a noticeable effect, and it can very well help you with work and study-related activities. Again, not everyone feels that way. Some feel like this isn't for them at all. But this isn't just any substance to jump into, really. There can be recreational value, but it's most likely best suited for its potential benefits as a cognitive enhancer and for productivity. A healthy diet and proper choline supplementation is recommended to get the most out of it and to have a good experience. And the razotams differ among themselves too. Some may work better than others for people, while some of them may not even work as a nootropic at all. But this report showed pramiracetam's potential and what the experience can be like. So we're going to end it there for today. If you guys did enjoy this report on pramiracetam, want to see more on other razotams or nootropics, or any substance at all, let me know in the comments below and we can do that. If you have your own report, submit it to the form in the description or email me, NoOneSubmitReport@gmail.com. If you want to see the first Pramiracetam report, it's on Patreon. You can check that out, link below. And if you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow the socials, share the video, and get the name Someone That's No One around. It's been Someone That's No One, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.